Hello and welcome everyone. Today I will be discussing about NotebookLM. This is an AI tool which is freely available from Google, which you can use for your education purposes. This is helpful for someone who is a MBBS student to someone who is a senior consultant. So imagine you are going through a guideline, or you had just read a journal article, and the next day morning you're trying to remember what was the exact recommendation of that particular indication, or what were the drawbacks, or for example what was the protocol used in this particular journal, because I'm going to present it to my teacher or for the teacher who is going to take that class. Similarly, so we keep forgetting things, and it's difficult when we have a lot of documents to go through. So what NotebookLM will do is it is going to make your life simpler. You can keep all of them and you can interact with them, which is the most important part. So there are two important caveats I must state before we go in. The first is that this is for education purposes only. Do not try to use this to replace your clinical practice or the clinical decision making. This is not for your clinical decision making. This is for your learning process. Be a MBBS or senior consultant, please use it only for your educational purposes. Academic purposes, research purposes, it's absolutely fine. Do not use it for your clinical decisions. It's not advisable to do so. Use your own clinical knowledge for that. Regarding the second caveat would be do not upload patient identifiers, because even though Google says that it's not going to share anything, but still it's still in a public forum and we don't have right to share patients' personal informations in the public forum. So never upload anything which is directly giving out the identity of the uh, uh, patient. Regarding the series, we will be going very slow. This initial is just for the initiation purposes, where I will tell you a brief overview of what exactly NotebookLM is and how it will going to help you. Apart from that, what we are going to do is we will, through a series of processes, try to see all the various tools that are available inside the NotebookLM and how you can use it. Mind you, the free version is very strong and it's pretty versatile, and it does have a very large facilities available. But if someone is into a lot of researching and has huge resources in terms of the database that you have, you may go for the paid plans. But then I'm not going to discuss it in this particular video. We will make a more detailed video about all these aspects. Rather, we will make a detailed video on all the aspects that we need to give it. PDFs or sources, and those sources are not restricted to only PDFs. You can copy paste it from any other source you have. You can upload images. You can upload websites, share links of the websites. You can share videos from YouTube, which is again a pretty good thing, because there are a lot of videos. People are making some magnificent videos on education in various aspects of medical science. You can directly get your information from those videos also. So you can share the links of the YouTube website, PDFs, Word documents, copy paste it from other sources. So there is a huge resources available. So what advantage NotebookLM has is, compared to the other AI, as you may be knowing, for example, say ChatGPT or Gemini, is that it doesn't go beyond the sources that you're given. It's not going to give you some random answers if it is not available in your sources. It will give you only those answers which is present inside the sources, and it will always cite where it has been present. So that is the best part about NotebookLM. So there will be no hallucinations. There will be no misinformation that will be given to you. It will be entirely based on the sources that you put in. In further videos, we will tell you how those sources we are going to collect. Next is how and who is going to use it. The novice, they can use it. That is the MBBS student. They can upload their, say, a portion of their chapter, and then ask and interact with various questions. Like you can ask it, what is the definition? Because see, when you're reading 30-page PDF and you have 5-6 PDFs, you're going to have a lot of problems because remembering is going to be difficult. What it will do is it will synthesize from everywhere and give you a hardcore definition, which will cover most of the things. You can ask it questions regarding the epidemiology or the risk factors, very specific questions like you get in your exam. You can make it ask quizzes to you. You can make mind maps, and a lot of ways it will be able to help you in your education. For people who are more experienced, even say, for example, the senior most consultant, they also have to read through a lot of literature. So you have a lot of guidelines. You can put all your guidelines here, American, a European, or a Southeast Asian guideline, and then synthesize and ask it any questions. It will give you the answer. You can make tables out of it, and most importantly, how it will be very helpful for the consultants is you can say, for example, you have a journal club and you have read a journal, and before the class you want to just make sure you have it all figured out. What you can do is you can make a audio clip out of it. So it will make a 5 to 6 minutes audio which you can download and listen, or you can directly hear it online. It will make you understand the various aspects. Some aspects you may have missed, so it confirms your understanding. It confirms what you're going to say. So, and you can do it anytime. You can do it in your commute. You don't have to sit and do it. You just make those audios and can just listen to them. Similarly, you can also make videos to share it with your colleagues, with your students, and that will be also a good way of sharing information. Apart from that, of course, it will help you in making quizzes, mind maps, reports. You can make anything out of it. So overall, it's very helpful if you're into medical education. Okay, let me just show you the interface. So this is how the interface is. You will see the logo and the NotebookLM written over here. Here is your Google account and the standard Google settings and all. Here you will see the notebooks that you have. You can see it as icons like this, or you can see it as a list like this. It's a personal choice. And you can see all of your notebooks or only the ones that have been shared with you. So say for example you want to make a new notebook, you click on it. So it will take you to this particular interface where you will have options like this. You can either upload the file from your laptop or device, or you can give the link of the YouTube or the website which you want it to read, or you can have the documents directly uploaded from your Google Drive, or you can just copy paste texts which you want from any particular source. This is the way how you upload. Then apart from that, you can ask it directly to find new sources. It can do it in the website or through your drive. So there are two options available. There is a fast research which gives you quick result, and there is a deep research which will give you a better report. If you come to the middle interface, here you can delete the chat settings. Previously the chat settings were not saved, now they are saved. You can delete your chats from here, because if you want to keep that particular notebook for long-term usage, you can either keep those chats or remove those chats. There is more option. You can configure the chat. You can tell how you want it to work for you, as a default model or as your learning guide, or you can give it specific goals as to what exact role you want to play. Like you give prompts like that, you can customize your notebook. It can give a default response, or you can ask it to give shorter and longer responses. So as you can see, once you upload it, it will give an icon, a title, which you can change from here. You can change the title here, and there are some prompted questions, and you can start typing also if you want. Okay, now we have done with the left sided panel. In the middle you have the chat where you directly interact with the sources. Next you have the, on the right side, the studio, where you have a lot of options available. You can create audio reviews which you can of course edit. This is the edit option. You can create video overviews, the edit option. You can create mind maps. You can create reports, flashcards, again, editable, quiz, editable, infographics, editable, slide deck, editable, and you can also generate data tables from here. Some of the options are limited in the free version, but most of the options are available, so it's no limitation until and unless you are an extreme heavy user. For routine usage, it is absolutely free. Once a particular thing is generated, like an audio report or video report, it will appear over here and it is permanently saved. In the chat also, you will get a response. Once that response also, you can save it as notes over here, or you can add them to the source. So now that we have learned the basic outlook of the notebook LM and seen how to upload things, one important privacy statement is that please do not give any feedbacks, because if you give a feedback, then what it is going to do, it is going to check every chat that you have done, which may not be required and not necessary. So do not give feedbacks in sensitive cases. If you really want to give a feedback, then you can use some other ways. But while you're using that particular notebook, do not give any feedback, because what it is going to do is it is going to share the entire chat with the Google, and they will actually physically check what has gone wrong with it. So there will be real people who will be analyzing the chats that you have done. So unless you are forced to, or you really want to give some information, it is considered it's your privacy is compromised, because someone is going to read through your chats. That's an important thing. So this is all for today. Regarding the next class, we will build an actual notebook and we will see how to interact with it. Thank you. I hope the video was helpful. If you think it is going to help you, then please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thanks a lot.